And here once again, coming right down to the wire. Well, let me just show this first. Notice how these things are on, and this thing, notice that little light there? Yep, that is a charging battery. Charging, good lord. It's like, no, yeah, I'm on it. Yeah, I get around that when the guy go fuck himself. I don't give a shit about that fucking guy's phone. No, I'm not charging. Yeah, still, you see the light? Right. You're all right. No, pay attention to anything else except your charging battery and uploading thing. I plugged it in and it's uploading a video to YouTube, to one of the YouTube things that they're running. That is mine. One of them is mine and I have, but like they have dummy ones. The digital, you know, many changes, my subtle changes. They used to run double Oswalds. I mean, that wasn't just some digital. These kids these days, they ran the Oswalds. They ran this whatever this idiot did. They made that idiot do as double Oswald, and you know they did. Nowadays, these brats, these spoiled brats, they just go onto a Facebook and create some idiot, act as none, and some lookalike or something. You always get like a side view of it. So yeah, I'm totally this person. But now it was at 14%, so I went and it was way more than 14. But by the time I put this in, it was 14%. And here we find ourselves at 10%, as this has 2 or 4 gigabytes. Let's dare risk you depleting the battery this much. Oh, how they just did. Oh Jesus. Let's just if you'll just be patient. It's like 20 characters, this thing, because their thing still has to do 20 characters. So this is okay. I never get the first maneuver of my own phones. That's either Uncle Sam saying, "Call it tax, you unemployed freeloader," or Vishnu like, I thought one protects one would protect himself before this nitwit. So just clicked on that. I already did that, but then just to show you, no, this is what I accidentally took the thing. This is, why isn't, look at these bars, look at these glistening bars. Oh, it's only, so I'm missing a bar, so naturally one can assume that this shit's gonna fuck off and never load. AT&T, don't make me upload another video about you. Why do you make me treat you like this? This video that's recording, it doesn't have a chip in here. That chip's being used by this phone. They were both for this thing. So it's like, oh, they're like, well, certainly he will throw away the other phone. It's a piece of shit. It's cracked. It never worked for him. Now I just got 2 defective weapons, and I've gotten pretty good about aiming this thing with its shit shot. This is an old gun. These are old, like the equivalent of antique pistols with the musket balls. Some of them have a couple shots to them, though. You know, when you buy them. I can't own a gun. I'm a felon. But I can vote for the same nonsense. Oh, thank you. That's the real weapon. You know, but that's the real weapon, the American vote. What the American people want and what often gets legislated are 2 very different things. In fact, they are usually they are exact logical opposites. If I'm being totally fair, by any empirical standard whatsoever, they are actually the exact opposite things. See, and this is still just saying, nah, I'll get around to it. Oh, it took away. Is there? Well, it says I have bars. See them right there? They're beautiful. Oh, they're white and beautiful and wonderful. Everyone loves them. Everybody's favorite type of bars are those bars that are right, like that thing, that shade. It's not even a color, it's a shade. Okay, so I mean, take yourself out of it. Sign into a network. Why it's making me do... That's just one of those dummy things. It's there, so your thing is already done. It already did what it was going to do. It showed up there and told you. You know, such as riddles or something Shakespearean equivocation, as it were. And here goddamn you, digital forum. And here we begin me to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that does lie like truth. It copies and pastes the thing and puts it right there, and it's like, you don't even know, but it looks the exact same. Hey, you are way out of your league, okay? This Machiavellian Satan thing. It twists its logic and it was right the whole time while being wrong at you. It's crazy. It's awful. It's awful. Now it's just uploading one video. See, like, how is this? See, if you do too much, they're like, whoa. See, we just said, oh, you stupid fucking. Well, it's called, well, if it's not AT&T, then it must be ... And then the description is somebody who wears a uniform. Take it as you will. The Walmart guy wears a uniform, technically. It just doesn't get bulletproof, so See, but these are, look at those beautiful bars. That's the kind of bars you take home and you introduce the bars, the signal bars to your family. And you're like, I might settle down with these bars. I might get a plan. I might get a family plan with these bars. You looking at these bars? Look at this thing. Would you please kindly fuck off, huge, enormous insect that is taking the signal away from my phone? Which it is, absolutely. It's even wearing the right colors. Those are Uncle Sam's colors. I mean, they run enough of them by me. I could dream goddamn camouflage. Please and thank you, if you would, fuck off. Ugh, idiot ran into the wall. Can you, would you? Ugh, like you had a chance, you idiot. Fucking bug. What is this? You see, they just don't, you can't do nothing. Here I got a bunch of stuff. That's what they want me to see. Now I gotta take the chip and just move the chip so it's not in place and then replace it, which all just takes any movement. You wonder why this cord is wrapped around this phone as such. Because any movement whatsoever, and that little light isn't there, they fuck up everything I have. Every single thing. They manipulate it in that way. The Asus Chromebook doesn't take a charge from on. It's like on. No, it is off between me and on. Fuck that. Never. Some sort of blood beef. But this doesn't charge my Asus. So no matter what preparations I make to account for these two batteries, which keep Luke Skywalker's lightsaber fucking shiny, doesn't matter because this thing has such battery life. I can't record the story I was currently in the midst of reading because it's like, whoa, we gotta dumb this down. Many people don't know too many of these words, and he's saying it, but like that person clearly doesn't know these words. The person we're gonna put is her. He doesn't know these words. Look at him. Look at that. Look at those bars. Look at those bars, America. And try to stifle your vomit as I. Eric the Red. You know, in the actual, was it Hans Christensen? The Little Mermaid? Eric is a scumbag. He just leaves this young lady, this not anything derogatory, broken and desolate. Yeah, that's Eric the Red right there. Oh look, it's up. Oh look, I hit library and now it's up in low. But then, it doesn't want you to see. Nope, you're not allowed to see because it makes YouTube have to account for itself. That's how I've gotten everything done, is making things digitally have to account for itself. That's all this is all boiled down to. These skies going overhead, which is stopped now again. No, if you just bear with patience, you'll see them. Fucking morons. If you don't do that, like if your average fucking propaganda, you're trying to talk to people who do nothing but watch dumb fantasy or propaganda, and they're both on the nightly news. So I guess, and here, but after all this, after so many years of struggling to survive, here I am undone. And they have momentarily delayed another YouTube video from uploading. Damn you kids, I'll get you! But if it's the last thing I do! These meddling, well, one of them was an Eagle Scout. Eric's an Eagle Scout. You see what they do? It's brilliant, this fucking Spartan. And I'll raise up thy sons, O Greece, you Spartans. You fierce things when you fear coming to light what you guys actually do, which is molest little boys. That's the Spartans I'm talking about. The actual of antiquity. Boy lovers. He even said it in the movie. The documentary, 300. And all those shimmering men. Anyways, I'll raise up thy sons, O Greece, against my sons of Zion. I will use this man as a sort of a mighty man against you, Greasy, against Spartan Greek, ancient Greek, classical, probably classical through antiquity. The older one, all of them. All right, little boy molesters. But oh look. See, I catch them all the time on other videos. It goes back. It's giving me the one that's not done. There's one that's already done. It's like look upable, and it won't match the time. So that's, god damn. Oh, he's an Eagle Scout. What they do, all of them are molested. These Boy Scouts, they just want a huge settlement, and the deadline, wouldn't you know it, to claim some sort of chunk of the grand settlement was November 16th. I was never in the Boy Scouts, first of all, and I wasn't molested by no man. Okay. I am a heterosexual, proud heterosexual, virile, emotionally intact male. You're not going to hear me as like Delilah Paul in 20 years trying to be in the same tinkler as little girls. Anyways, a thing like the little Boy Scouts, it creates the sociopath with the underground sodomy, and then vilifies its effect. So it's like other boys throughout then who didn't go through this, they call that guy the gay kid or a fag, and like over so many, you vilify gays, which that sub society creates. So it makes a very angry person. And with like something like an Eagle Scout, if you're in it long enough, like they're giving you those knots, I guarantee you are all like deception. The types of types of grifts, the types of short grifts, long grifts. It's just malfeasance, tying a knot around it, getting away with it. Little soldiers of like scummery. General social subservience, subversion, and selfish antisocial behavior, which has become all. And okay, so globalization, that's imposed. Like, there's nothing that proves that that's like actually the most optimal for any given people. That's the most optimal capitalism, because when it's become too big, then your individual suffers. But if you don't give a shit that the individual suffers, you're one of the corporates, then yeah, that's the goal, moron. Give me all your stuff. I don't give a shit about you. I'm eating such rare fish egg shit that like my can of tuna for my cat like is buying your house. I don't give a fuck about you. But they do that. That's like a Boy Scout. Like it's like a little angry fascist, self-hating, self-loathing homosexual factory, like a Boy Scouts. They're molested, they're angry, they're not looking to become emotionally well over it. They're looking to, that takes an emotional ascension, trying to heal from these things. If it was a wound, Jesus said some eunuchs are born of the womb, some are born of society, were made eunuchs by men. Some were made eunuchs by have made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake. Him with ears to hear, let him hear. Is as he's defining the stringent equality of marriage. Well, if such is the case between a man and his wife, then it's not good to marry. You got to treat this bitch like she's a person, who wasn't first owned by her dad and then owned by me. I don't want to marry someone, have to, treat this person like a person. All right. Some of you are gay. Some of you are, not everyone can hear this. Some men, some eunuchs, which is a castrated male, think of it symbolically. You're not likely to have kids. Although throughout the traditions, because some families will, I think that's where arranged marriages started. But anyways, it's a symbolic thing, a eunuch. So some are made eunuchs from the womb, you're born that way. This is zoology, and then some are made eunuchs by the society they undergo, like a Boy Scout. Military has a lot to do with that. It became the football mascot around when Dennis Hester was ascending to the third most powerful position in the entire United States government. So that's, I don't know who's laughing. Mind your own business. Shit, it is still going good. 16, we just go on and on. So, sidetracked so easily. But that's what Jesus said. Some make themselves eunuchs. So, they become a priest. Or like a Buddhist monk. Think of the best version of that is like a Buddhist monk. It's like it's kind of hermitage. You don't both call them Father, and then as a kid, Father, Lord, Holy Father, and then Daddy, if you get what I'm saying, in the confession booth. So they make themselves eunuchs. They would rather just try to be this thing which is unto heaven instead of the carnality of gay, because they're whatever. But some are born that way, some are molded that way. But the ones they mold that way, it comes back to that Spartan impulse to be a big masculine man and rape little things. I mean, these are human behaviors going back centuries and millennia. These things were the zoology. This is monkeys. This is how it works. I'm not even being funny right now. But, so then you got to think of Prussia, just this meat grinder thing. Not Prussia, Prussian people, but this state secular thing, which is both good and bad. It becomes bad once, because if people knew for centuries, or it came to light in any sort of public action, that they were being molested by the Catholic priests for centuries, which they had been, obviously, but a select fewer of them, who then became the institution, then you would have heard reaction against it. But the struggle between church and state, if it had stayed church, it would have officially rid those things once people had the social inclination or even ability to speak out in them against mass number. Officially, no, we don't like that at all, and get those guys out of here who do that thing. Once it comes to light, then all of a sudden you either have to contend with it or acknowledge, or say, this is what our interpretation is. He wants the little lambs without blemish. Give me the youngest little lamb. I don't want any blemish of pubic hair on him. His knees ought to be thicker than his thighs. That's what these things, they're gross. This Spartan impulse, that man fucking any little vulnerable thing. That's a disgusting behavior that is undergoing, that has just been well maintained throughout every century and time and people. It's but we don't have to do that anymore. We don't have to put up with that. That's a disgusting thing that makes these little institutional soldiers. It's they declaw a little kitten, and then his peers who didn't get the same declawing, and they get to they hang out with the girls and play sports. Like the other ones get made fun of. This is not, I'm 100% straight. I just understand things without being told them from any other source. But, Jesus, anyways, if I talk about it, then they're going to think, then you're thinking, are you gay? No. That's why this is what so much anger is coming from. These gays hate that. Who the fuck is this lot who came here to sojourn and thinks he's going to be a judge between us? And so they rape to death. Much like that young 8-year-old girl on a bus, raped to death, gang raped to death, as the bus driver kept making stops and people were complaining because she's getting her raped to death all over them. Why did she have to be a female in the first place and think she had the right to come out in public or something like that? But that's the same thing. These gays and Lot, who the fuck is this guy? This Lot. Sodomy, what do you think that's where Lot came out of? And Gomorrah, like that, those people, they got destroyed once Lot got out of there. It doesn't tell you, no, they're gay homosexuals. No, but the etymology will bring you there. And these guys who are like, who the fuck is this smart guy? Give a fuck what he thinks. They're mad about it. It's embarrassing to them. It creates a vulnerability that your average, just, angry, dumb male can't handle. And he gets very mad. He wants to hurt. That's why these things around here who do it with their children, they take my cat. They fuck with my little kitten. They know that there's too much heat on me, and has been for a long time, since even before I got here. Boy, for you of I's writing, it's called The Unknown. I wrote on these subjects, like I compared one of the gay characters. You could tell it was a mating dance he was born to perform, and the other girl, the girl who is like, that's who's molded, obviously more if you're a lesbian, it's because men have been awful. Most of the time, some are born that way as well, I'm sure, lesbians, but like most of them are, it's like these poor babies, men made them hate them if they hate men, or they just aren't attracted to them, whatever. You could see many of that's the molding, but that girl, like one of the other girls, wonders what her father was like, if she had a father. But if you don't think of a girl not having a father and that's why she's a lesbian, no, not at all. That's when you would think of promiscuous. But, so what was I talking about? Jesus, god darn. Oh boy. So let's click on it. Jesus, I'm going to lose it now. Oh, no.